What the fuck is going on? I'm just sitting here chilling, making final touches to this video, and then bam, this shit happens. I took a goddamn week-long vacation to make freaking YouTube videos about a game I love, to cash in on some classic hype, and then this shit happens. You fuck things up. You fuck things up again in a span of what, a single year? You managed to turn your entire community, or a large portion of it anyway, against you in a span of a single year. How the fuck do you do that? Can we just all not mix politics and video games? Video games is supposed to be the thing that lets you break away, get away from all the shit. Where everything is fantasies and shiny and pink and rainbows and ponies, all that crap. Why do we have to bring in politics into that crap? And I'm not just talking about Blizzard. I'm kind of mad at that guy as well who made this entire thing blow up. Sure, he has a noble cause. I should be supporting that if I wasn't as lazy of a fuck as I am. But do that in your own free time. Don't mix up fucking video games. Don't mix up Blizzard and companies into this shit. They have nothing to do with it. God damn it. Anyway, well, I've already made this video, so I might as well share it even though it's in the middle of a shitstorm. So I hope you enjoy this, guys. The best and the best Westfall the Warcraft Classic channel is back here with yours truly, host Toby. So, what's up folks, how you doing? You guys ready for the best, never done before, fully original, rags to riches 1 to 60 classic story? Let's jump in.
Oh, and please subscribe.
Now, last time we finished on a rather depressive note with the female Warlock taking the lead in Westfall, but somehow I managed to get through it, push my honor and self-esteem aside, and loyally followed her around to kill some bandits, some gnolls, some other random shit. So we leveled in Westfall for a while, got a quest to get to Red Ridge, and decided to go for a change of pace and head there, pick up some flight paths along the way. It goes without saying that we died a few times on the way there, but other than that it was pretty smooth. Now, once we've reached the glorious Red Ridge area, I came up to another massive realization. I was alive. I entered Red Ridge and I was still alive. My brain was extremely confused, like, how is that possible? How come there's no level 60 hunter named Red Ridge with a pet named Red Ridge killing me right now? I don't understand. It was probably the first time in my life this was happening, and let me tell you this, it was feeling amazing. We could actually quest there for once, and quest we shall, but not yet. The level was too low. Dead mines needed to be done, so once handing in the quest, picking up a few new ones just in case, we wanted to head back to Westfall to clear it squeaky clean, but then I realized there's another thing needed to be done before heading back. And it's a thing of utmost importance, which will ensure a reasonable cash flow into my sexy rogue's bank account. And the thing is... Yeah, in practice it's a lot less exciting when you need to pick the same lock 100 times. But, remembering this moment, I thought it's truly something I wish I had been told when I started out playing World of Warcraft Vanilla for the first time. Side skills like lockpicking, fishing, cooking, you should be leveling them as you go, continuously. Because when you're 60 and you need to waste time for going to low level zones to pick those skills up, it's pretty annoying at best, and it's also way more fun doing it as you go, as well as less time is wasted in a sense. Like, I know some specific areas where I'll get to level my lockpicking, for example. Swamp of Sorrows has a bunch of footlockers, but it's a zone not conveniently reached, and I'll only head there when I'll be doing Sunken Temple Dungeon. So ideally, while I'm at it and waiting for my party to get there, I could exactly do that. I level my lockpicking. But in order to be able to do that, I need to level lockpicking diligently so that I would have sufficient level to be able to even do that. You get the point. And I feel like these points aren't mentioned as much in beginner guides, like what's the point of cooking or fishing, how they work, where do you level them. Of course you can just Google all of that, but I firmly believe that a lot of World of Warcraft Classic appeal is coming from the rewarding feeling you get when you complete yet another tedious task. The leveling process is long, so why not get the most fun out of it? And here's the thing, World of Warcraft tells you all you need to know if you actually pay any attention. Take lockpicking for example. The first time I played, I was so fucking clueless where to level it that I just ended up googling it. Same with a bunch of different quests. But when truly paying attention, you'll notice all those hints, which aren't so subtle at all. Like for example, when talking to a rogue trainer, you get an option to ask, where can I level my lockpicking? And he'll tell you the appropriate area for your level, the precise location. Or when you reach 225 profession skill, what to do then, how to get, artisan at it. Talk to the trainer and he'll tell you, you're out of my reach, go talk to this guy in this area. With quests it's the same, they'll always tell you precisely where to go. So if the quest tells you go southeast, that means it's southeast. If you haven't found it there, then you haven't looked hard enough, because it's definitely in the southeast. I'd probably go as far as saying that if you prefer leveling with an add-on telling you all the locations and so on, retail World of Warcraft should be better for you. So I guess I'll leave this question to you guys. Do you think it would be a fun video where I'd go through the things of what I wish I had been told when I started playing World of Warcraft Vanilla? Let me know in the comments, you guys know I always read all of them. But anyway, heading back to the story, finished with the lockpicking, got back into Westfall, killed some murlocs along the coast. It's a pretty cool quest where you essentially need to go through the entire Westfall coast to be able to kill all 4 times of murlocs needed for the quest. The reward is shitty, only some coins, but it got me to level 18. It was only natural the next thing on my to-do list was dead mines. Now, I would love to do a cool video about how my dead mines was done with 3 guys from retail and it was a total wipe fiesta, everybody was dying left and right, but in reality it wasn't. While all 3 guys seem to be from retail, they did just fine. Even in this room, where you typically wipe a shit ton because those goblins spawn these little pesky golems, we were just fine pulling a few goblins at a time. This is where I probably noticed the first significant difference between private server I've played on and official classic. The elite mobs, they don't hit as hard. It's not a night and day kind of type of difference, but it's definitely noticeable. Which kind of got me down for a bit. I'm not the one to turn down a challenge, but so well got a weapon upgrade from a trash mob and leveled up, so that got my spirits back up. Now, remember how I said those 3 guys in the party were from retail and did just fine? That part was true, but of course I fucked up in their stead. You see, I went into the dungeon without repairing items, so towards the very end of it, both of my weapons broke. Now, I had a brand new sword drop from some trash mob which I needed, Blackwater Cutlass, but here's a problem with that. Up until this point, I was using daggers, so my sword skill was 0. Now, a 0 weapon skill is typically not something you want to have in a dungeon. I mean, sure, it levels up fast, but yeah, you miss quite a bit. Luckily, somebody in the party had a random trashy white dagger, which was actually better than my previous dagger, so he gave me that for free, and we could continue onward. And that's pretty much the end of it. I kind of forgot to record the Van Cleef part, but he didn't drop much anyway, just the blue shirt with intellect. So yeah, I entered Dead Mines at level 18, and when I had turned in all the quests from it, I was level 20. At this point, of course, I got a new brand rogue quest. Now, this one isn't a new player friendly. You see, you need to locate a gal in stealth somewhere close to this tower in Westfall. Last time it took me about 15, maybe 30 minutes of searching, 10 minutes of Google searching, and a single passerby player to find her. This time it only took me a minute, so it felt pretty cool, like I was actually half decent at the game at this point. But what I had forgotten is that this was only where the rogue quest had begun, and I would name this as one of the weirdest quests out there in World of Warcraft. The Touch of Zanzo, where you have to talk to Dr. Mixel Pixel, who then proceeds to examine you and discuss the findings with his... And hold up, this is pretty fucking epic. His friend Squirrel and a goddamn statue. Like, this entire quest is beyond stupid. I imagine there's a few references to something, but unfortunately I don't know what they are. But hey, if you actually know this, drop like a link in the comments, would love to read up more on it. But anyway, he sends you off to get a bunch of weird stuff to cure your itis, whatever the fuck that means. Luckily enough, I've done this quest before, so I had a rough idea where I should go next, so it didn't take me that long to get the flowers, which, by the way, looked absolutely gorgeous on me. Check this out. But anyway, having finished this quest, it was time to move on, and we set our eyes on Red Ridge. Killed a bunch of stuff there, nothing noteworthy I would say, and after leveling up a few times and reaching 22, we got back into Stormwind to train some skills. Finally got those must-have PvP skills like Vanish, Crippling Poison, Distract, and was all set to kill some hordes. Yep, this is how I PvP. This is how good I am at PvP. I'm horrible at it, dear god, so horrible. I was actually excited about doing this skill. My heart was fucking pumping and racing. And if that doesn't tell you much about my skill level, I don't know what will. But anyway, this is getting ahead of time. Being a complete noob at this game with a candy crusher of a gamer wife by my side, we instead went to explore the world where we were over-leveled significantly. So back to Darkshore it is. Now, with that said, we ended up doing a few quests I've never done before, and ones that are fairly hidden. Like at the top of Darkshore, there's a neutral quest giver. Never knew it existed there, and had I been trying to play more optimally, I would probably never even find out this quest exists. So at this point I made another promise to myself. While leveling to 60, always take the time to explore the map, even if just for the fuck of it. You can find some cool shit. And just a few hours later, we were doing exactly that. Finally, we ventured onward into Ancient Vale, or what I would call the prequel to Stranglethorn, and went for some exploration. Of course, got killed by the Horde, or rather let my wife die in a 2v1 while I was doing Now, in my defense, I was trying to sap the priest, but I'm really bad at this game, okay? I have been learning though, never backing out of PvP and shit, but back then we would come up with elaborate plans to get back at them. For example, we took advantage of Warlock's underwater breathing skill and went to quest instead in the water, under the assumption that the hordes won't bother going this deep into the water for a few kills that don't even offer honor. Now, it is pretty shameful, but it's quite fun. It's kind of how the entire classic experience is. You're always afraid of pulling too many things, always have to keep note of your surroundings. Plus, I'm playing a rogue, so stealthy, sneaky shit is just my type. Now, on a more positive note, I actually learned there are some footlockers to level up lockpicking over there, so that wasn't a total waste of time. But of course, not always you could get into the water to dodge the hordes. Sometimes you have to face them, form a party, and duel them like the men we are. And of course, I fucked up and died shortly after. I didn't even use sprint. Yeah, so I think that's plenty of showcasing how bad I am at this game, and we can wrap things up here. As always, hope you folks enjoyed this clown fiesta of a wannabe PvP rogue. I'll continue in a few days or few weeks or few months. Thank you all for watching, and see you guys in the comment section. Cheers! Hey, this sounds just like you smashing that subscribe button after seeing this video.